Well, replacing the U-joints took forever, so sorry if I didn't take much video of those. I actually had to buy 3 U-joints. I broke the first one on accident. All the little needle bearings fell out and the cap like split in half, and that was no good, so I just bought another one, and now I have both U-joints replaced. Both are in good condition. They aren't broken like the first one, but I have a huge mess, so I'm gonna clean that up now so that it's not nearly as bad putting it all back together. Now here's my dilemma. I bought a lowering block right here. I bought this for the car. It's 1 inch thick, so that means the original studs that are on the differential will no longer fit with this on there. So then I tried to order some of the longer studs because this is something I didn't think about. I tried to order the longer studs, but they only have 1 in stock and they are on back order currently. So that could be forever. So then I went to a bunch of different bolt places. Nobody seems to have those with the fine threads, since those are 1 inch by 24 threads. Most of them are 1 inch by 16 threads, the coarse threads. So now I'm in a pickle where I basically have to buy a longer bolt and then cut it down to size and then re-dye it, and then I can put it back in the car. Or what I can do is just put it back in the car how it is, and then later on, since there's the little compartment where I can push this in, I think I could be able to do that. I just have to make this fit perfectly once I get the new studs. I'm going to fill this thing now. There isn't really a good way to fill it. I tried to figure out something to fill it with through the top hole. Maybe I still can, I don't know. But I know the differential needs to be level before I start filling it. So I leveled it with a piece of wood as best I could. And then I opened up the side little drain, or not a drain, that's more of a fill plug. But I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it a slightly different way. I believe these holes go all the way through, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, it started coming out the fill hole, so now I can just block it off. I did spill a bit of fluid, but that's not the end of the world. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, relatively simple. And this is the oil that I used, a gear oil. I don't believe it is the 100% correct oil, but it is GL4. It's just slightly lighter than what oil it requires. I believe it's like 90 weight, but since I tightened the pinion down slightly further than what it was, using a lighter oil may be better off, because there's less gap in between the pinion and ring gear. So lighter oil will be able to freer flow into there. So we'll see that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and the differential blows up and I find another Spitfire to throw a random differential into it. Alright, now it's been like a day. I think I filled it yesterday. I threw the differential over a white shirt, old rag white shirt, just to see if it was leaking, and it's not leaking, so that means I am good to throw this thing back in there and hope for the best, honestly. Now I can start throwing bolts back on it. I bought a bunch of new bolts and nuts and stuff, and as you can see, I started putting them here. Since this car didn't have any like graded bolts on it, I think there's like 1 or 2 graded bolts that I saw. I'm just gonna go through and replace everything with grade 8. Hopefully that doesn't break other metals, but nonetheless, It will have some stronger bolts in it now. Quick beverage break. Sprite lemonade, actually really good. Not gonna lie, there's not a whole lot of room in there that I see to fit this thing below the leaf spring. Like that's like tucked up in there in that channel. But I guess when the time comes, I will find out. But right now, just is what it is. And now for the leaf spring bolt. So I got this whole side back together. It all looks pretty good, mostly new hardware. There's a few spots that don't. But the only thing that really is like weird to me is this tolerance on this side is extremely close. And this side has like a ton of room. I'm not sure if I put the leaf spring in backwards from how it's supposed to go. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I guess I'll find out if I start hearing noises. But now to the other side. I know what you're thinking. I only have 3 studs here. That's because this one doesn't grip inside there anymore, so I am bound to get new studs. I should probably replace them all anyways, but I only can run 3 right now because it won't seat on there. Not the end of the world, but that does kind of suck. So I've gotten nearly everything back together, just gotta get some stuff out from underneath the car and bolt on the wheels. And then I can hopefully lower it to the ground. I obviously didn't put the exhaust back on since I'm not keeping the engine. But I may reuse that muffler in the future. This is crazy seeing this thing on the ground again. It's been like a month or 2, maybe. It's been a long time that this thing's been in the air, but anyways, I got a lot of stuff coming for this car, so that will end this video, but you guys will want to stay tuned for the next one, because the next one's going to be pretty interesting. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.